Hi, morning, everybody. So, it's really early, and I'm still sitting in bed. Um, anyways, for class today, Monday, kind of our one mod check-in. So you're just gonna watch this video, and then that's it. It's a painting that I did when I was a senior, so that's kind of cool. I need more artwork in my room. There we go. I got some cool Christmas lights though. So I just wanted to read a little bit and talk a little bit about some. It's going to be uncomfortable stuff from chapter 21 from the book from the body. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable stuff because a leech attaches itself to Gordy's nutsack. So there we go. Great. I haven't even been up for an hour yet, and I'm already doing this because I didn't want to do it yesterday. So now on page 128 is where I'm going to read from. But just to get some background knowledge for those of you who might not have read that chapter, I don't know why you wouldn't have, but they are walking along the train tracks and they see a pool, like a small pond. And they decide, hey, we're going to go swim in it because it's super hot, right? The weather is really, really warm. And they're sweating all over each other and blah, blah. So they decide to strip down, go skinny in this pond. And all of a sudden, they realize it's full of leeches. So they rip themselves out of the pool and they're just covered in leeches. And this is Gordy, right? His perspective at the bottom of page 128. 128. I was starting to relax a little, and that was when I looked down at myself and saw the granddaddy of them all clinging to my testicles. Its body swelled to 4 times its normal size. Its blackish gray skin had gone a bruised purplish red. That was when I began to lose control. Not outside, at least, not in any big way, but inside, where it counts. So I started to lose control. Not outside, not outwardly freaking out, right? Shouting everywhere like Vern does on the next page. He starts to freak out on the inside in his head. And that's where it counts. Because the whole kind of theme or thesis of the novel is that the important things are the hardest things to say. That if it matters to you, if it's inside important, it's really hard to express. So for him, this horrifying moment of this leech attached to himself, right, in a private, sacred area for dudes, it's very traumatizing for him, and it affects him on the inside. So, and it's something that he can never kind of calm or conquer because it's always going to just be there on the inside. Relate that then to Verno. Vern on the next page, he twirled in front of me like an insane dancer on a carnival stage. They off? Gordy, they off me, Gordy? His eyes kept going past me as wide and white as the eyes of a plaster horse on a merry-go-round. Vern is just freaking out, right? And because he can freak out physically, it's easier for him than to like get over it mentally. But for Gordy, this has scarred him for his whole life. And that goes back to the idea of coming of age and loss of innocence. That we talked about this a few weeks ago. To really like lose your innocence would mean to lose your virginity. So in a weird metaphorical sense, this leech stole his blood from his private part, which is kind of like him losing his virginity in a way. It's a weird, gross metaphor, and it's very early on a Monday to be talking about this stuff, but that's kind of the idea that King is getting across, is that this loss of blood is this loss of innocence, it's this loss of virginity, it's this loss of growing up, or this loss of youth, it's this act of growing up. So these leeches represented them growing up, them losing their blood, them losing their youth blood on this journey. And that's what the whole book is about. It's them following these railroad tracks. going into their adulthood, losing their youth, losing their innocence. So, I mean, they're going to go see a dead body. And yeah, you can't really come back from that a kid. You can't be a kid after that. So, there we go. That's today. There will be some more like question-y stuff for tomorrow, finishing up another reading journal for the rest of the week. And we should be done with the book come next, either the end of this week or the beginning of next week. So there you go. Other than that, peace out. Have a good day. End.